Preparations are complete. Testing has been done and now it's time for the drivers to show the potential of the Ford Fiesta RS WRC on tarmac. Today the crews will take to the vineyard stages of Rally Germany, but sampling wine will be the last thing on their minds. This is the first time we see the Fiesta on tarmac, and straight away the pace is there for all to see. Jari-Matti Latvala sets the fastest time and leads after the opening stage.
Yeah, the first stage was absolutely a great start for us to set the first fastest time to see Ford at the top of the timesheets on a tarmac rally. It's a long time since we've done that on the very first stage, so it was a great boost for the team.
With the championship switching back to tarmac, we see a new Michelin tyre, the Pilot Sport Asphalt tyre. George Black, the team's tyre expert, talks us through the brand new rubber.
This tyre we have here is the tyre we were using in 2007. Now, with the current regulations, they have had to completely alter the tread pattern, because we now have a tyre where we only have one tread pattern by regulation. We've gone for a much heavier treaded tyre. We've got it in 2 compounds, whereas with the old tyre we had it in 5 compounds. Now we have basically a soft and a hard in basic terminology. The soft is a compound that works in cold conditions or wet conditions. Obviously, if you use it in a totally dry condition, it wears out very quickly. And the hard tyre is meant for dry, sunny, maybe more abrasive tarmac. And again, if you use it in the wrong conditions, if you use it in the wet, it's very, very slippery. It is a completely different compound.
The importance of compound is clear to see on the second stage of the morning, when the heavens opened and rain soaked the stage. Both Mikko and Jari-Matti had gone with a hard compound tyre, which did not suit the conditions on this particular stage. They both lost a lot of time. To add insult to injury, Jari-Matti then picked up a puncture on the next stage before the service break.
I think one of the rocks went through the rear tyre, and I had a slow puncture. I felt it's going down, and it's obviously it was getting worse and worse, and then just needed to drive very, very slowly. We lost the completely tyre. We had the wheel left anymore, so again go.
We cannot give up, but still we have to be realistic.
Boys, it's been a tough morning out there, mainly to do with what you're leaning on right there, the tyres. Didn't go quite to plan, did it?
No.
The afternoon remained dry and Mikko and Jari-Matti set about recouping some of the time that they had lost, but it was to prove frustrating for the Blue Oval duo. Latvala's Fiesta RS WRC developed an engine problem just 3 Ks into the opening stage, dropping him down to just 3 cylinders. He dropped back in the classifications to 15th overall. Mikko hit a wall and damaged the suspension on his car. He completed the day though in 3rd position overall. Day 2 would see the crews head off to the military area, where broken abrasive tarmac and Hinkelstein-lined stages would be lying in wait for them. How many cups of coffee do you have in the morning before you get in the car?
Oh, this is extra now, so this is now my second.
Now, the important thing now that Mikko gets out there today and does the job that he's supposed to do, which is get as many points as we can. We also have got Jari-Matti to think of. He's back in 13th place. He had a tough day yesterday, so we need to make sure that he gets further up the leaderboard and consolidate the points that we get here.
There was a concern though. Jari-Matti had been ill throughout the night, but the Finn put his problems to one side and set the fastest time on the first stage of the morning, following it up with a string of competitive times. Teammate Mikko Hirvonen picked up a puncture on the 34-kilometre Panzerplatte stage and lost 3rd position, dropping down to 4th. The afternoon was to prove difficult. Jari-Matti picked up another puncture after hitting a tree stump, and then went off the road. Day 2 was over for Jari-Matti and Mikko.
They're both fine, and hopefully the feedback that we're getting at the moment is that we should be able to get the car out tomorrow, but until we get it back then we don't know for sure.
So now that he's possibly under Super Rally, how long will you have to fix the car?
We've got 3 hours total. In that time we can use the 8 mechanics on the car, and it'll give us a good opportunity to make sure everything is spot on to go. So 3 hours can go quickly when there's a lot of work on, definitely. So it won't be a walk in the park, but it's a good stretch of time to make sure everything's right.
Mikko and Jarmo fought to try and regain third overall, but were held off by Danny Sordo. They ended the day in fourth. Drivers and co-drivers rack up many numbers over their careers. Wins, stage wins, WRC starts. Mikko and Jarmo have had a successful career so far with Ford, and this was marked in Rally Germany as they reached a special milestone.
Could I just have your attention for a few moments, please? It's 100 events for Mikko and Jarmo in a Ford car. So Mikko and Jarmo played a fantastic part in our 2 championship successes. He's finished 48 times on the podium, 13 WRC victories, and as I mentioned, played a major part in helping Ford secure the Manufacturers' Championship in 2006 to 2007.
It's been nice to achieve 100 rallies now with Ford, and you know, a lot of good memories of the car and of the whole, you know, of the people who are working here. So hopefully there's a lot more to come.
What we got was a really nice book with pictures from every rally we've done in the Focus or Fiesta.
Nice to see.
It is really nice to have them in the one book, and I'm sure when I'm in a rocking chair from a few years from now, it would be fantastic to go back those days.
One more day remains in Deutschland. Jari-Matti will restart under Super Rally rules. Mikko and Jarmo start from 4th. Mikko and Jarmo pushed hard on the opening stage of the day, setting the fastest time in their pursuit of 3rd. They continued to charge through the stages but were unable to reclaim their podium position. They take 4th away from Germany, with Jari-Matti taking 14th overall.
It's been the most difficult rally, World Championship rally I have ever had. We have faced so many problems over the weekend, including driving mistake, that I don't see any other way than really going up from this. But we had some very good stage times.
When we were running well, we actually set very competitive times and we won stages. You know, it's just so disappointing for the team and for the drivers and for everybody involved with us, our fans and everybody, that it's just turned out this way. But you know, that's rallying, and we've got to think positively now, put a smile on our face and get back into the fight for the few rounds that we've got left.
The championship travels to Australia for round 10 in 2 weeks' time. The WRC heads down under and back to gravel.